gray out here this morning. What happened to my pretty sunshine? Also feels a little cooler. Hey, bud. I have this down here on the heater overnight, but when I feed them in the morning, I've been moving it for obvious reasons. Tux needs to eat high away from Stripe and Morris. Here's Morris. Everybody's doing good today. I'm headed to pick up Sam for our usual hibachi, cats, guardian angel, shopping, hanging day. We'll get our walk in first though. And Stripe was here. He's just doing his walkabout. He's not antisocial with the other cats. He's just not like glue either. You know, he lets Morris sleep all over top of him. Marty too sometimes, and it's all good, but in the morning he likes to take his little walkabout either up the hill or preferably in my front yard. I try to encourage him to stay close. This is Don in the morning, trying to read his newspaper and getting head-butted for attention.
Right. If he would just stay underneath my hand, it'd all be good. I could just sit here and do this.
Right. It's kind of like little girl coming up when I'm doing Legos. Or worse, Stripe coming up while I'm doing Legos. Little girl, she comes up and she headbutts me a couple times, and then she sort of lays down in her small little 9-pound profile beside me. But Stripe comes up and he goes back and forth, and then he tries to eat a Lego, and then he, you know, puts his whole big body in front of the camera, and I end up having to encourage him that he should do something else. Good morning, Panther. Hi, pretty boy. How are you? I am liking looking over there at that clean porch. Heating pad lights on. That's the most important thing in the morning. Yeah, so when the lights came back on, they were exactly the colors and stuff that Dawn had set. So that was perfect that it remembered that, because they do automatically cut on, and of course it's our house, right? And automatically cut off at certain times. And it needed to do that. So that's good. And leaves. Lots of leaves. Continued leaves. Good morning. How are ya? How's my girl? How's my girl? Hi. Hi, sweetie. I know the plastic bag is scary sometimes. It's the same noises every morning. Well, we're out here. I don't know how much sun we're going to see today. I guess maybe I'm seeing a little hint of it peeking through the clouds, but it was so gray there for a while, it was kind of like a February day instead of a November day. Still plenty of color in the trees, though. And Dawn's colorful. Not going to lose Dawn this morning. I'm ready for the police or some parents to get a hold of some, what I assume, and it is an assumption, some teenagers. There was beer bottle glass thrown on the cement on purpose to break it. This base drug over here, this trash can, they tried to push it over. Worked really hard on it, couldn't get it, but they tried to push it over. I'm like, this is not okay. This is unacceptable. So we met a new person today, Linda, 81, excellent shape. Very disappointed that pickleball was canceled today. I can't even imagine playing pickleball. She said she played tennis before pickleball. So obviously she's exercised, had movement in her life, but she saw us doing marching steps. I've got us on a little bit of I'll say an additional regimen this morning. Yeah. I was watching Bob and Brad, which I do every once in a while on YouTube, physical therapists. If you've never checked them out, I recommend it. Bob is, I think it's Bob. He's sort of stepped away from being on the videos, but he's still part of the production. He's got a health issue. But anyway, it was 7 exercises to do to keep your balance as you age. And one of them, which we had talked about before, is walk backwards.
Right.
Another one is do tightrope kind of walking, but on the asphalt, just one foot in front of the other, really close. Or backwards. You could do it backwards. Try it. No, tightrope walking backwards. Feet close together backwards. Yeah, it's harder.
Yeah, that is tough.
Yeah, for a guy that has excellent balance even, you had to think about that.
Probably okay balance.
I would say excellent, but then that's because mine is not excellent. So I noticed Don's being better than mine, and I'm younger. Marching band steps help strengthen your hip muscles. You know, the last thing you want to do is be old or fall and break your hip. That's not a good thing. And they talked about getting your eyesight checked, getting your ears checked, and also walking off, as our friend in the UK would say, the tarmac. Walking off the asphalt, walking on trails and stuff, which Don and I make an effort to do at least once or twice a week. You know, some days I just want to be out here having fun, and I don't want to have to be worried about slipping on leaves and falling down ravines and stuff. But other days I'm totally sport for it. So, but anything to exercise the brain. Let's see, did I miss any, Don? Oh, this thing we did in Taekwondo where over, side, back, side, over, side, back, side. It's hard to film it and show it, but and then you got to do it the other direction. You don't just want to do it one way, you want to do it the other way. A lot of people can't do it. It's the brain is just, but I practice that a lot at Taekwondo, and that also stretches out hip muscles and stuff. So while we're out here walking anyway, we're going to do that a couple of iterations as we walk the track or walk the trail to try to just improve my balance, and Don will do it to provide motivation and support for me. Because, you know, how many times have I told you I've fallen while you've been watching me on this channel? A lot. Like, I won't tell the doctor or the nurse I fell, but it's usually though, because I hydroplaned in my Crocs, which I don't consider falling, or I'm just so focused on where I'm headed and moving so quickly that I don't, you know, think about where my feet are, I guess. I don't know. I stubbed my toe at the house. I slipped on a piece of fabric, you know. Usually it's been hydroplaning in my Crocs though. Yeah, there's been several of these, and this happened while we were walking because the leaves are moved and the spray paint, and it's bright, and we didn't see them. And it's not just one, there's 3 or 4 of them. Yeah, so somebody was down here doing something. Yeah. I don't know what that would mean, but you know, the septic runs down along here, so we don't have to worry, you know, the city septic, we don't have to worry about deciding to build a house over here, but I don't know what that means. It's Wednesday, right? It's the middle of the day. It's 11:42. It's just a lot of traffic. I was going to video here to show how nice they finished off the road. I showed it a little bit over the weekend, but this Wake Med medical building going in on the right led to a lot of new curb and a turn lane and stuff over here. In the last 6 months they've done this a little bit at a time, so I'm glad. They started it when Johnny and I were still on the road, but most of it was done after we were off the road, so I'm glad. I'm sure I would have been silently frustrated, or not so silently, about it, especially going to pick up Johnny in the afternoons from downtown. Well, full self-driving's been doing good for me so far this drive. We're up here at the Turnpike construction zone on US Highway 401. Yeah, being over here brings back lots of memories to and from downtown Raleigh. I guess I haven't missed it as much as I thought I would, but I've certainly missed it. I'll turn to the side here. I doubt you can see very much. Here, maybe a little more. It's coming. Yep, we're in a construction zone. Oh, wow. They are putting in a stoplight here, right just past 1010 Road for whatever development is in going to the right. Oh, no, no, no. That is like so not good. Ruby slowed there. That is not cool. Yeah, I got a Mercedes behind me that wasn't happy when Ruby slowed for the half-completed stoplight, and then that guy obviously was... There was plenty of signage up saying left lane was closed ahead. Yeah. Anyway, oh joy, stoplight there. That's going to do great things for traffic over here. Not. Yeah, there's a lot of people want to target in Fuquay, and I'm not against a target, but I haven't thought it was necessary. People get so impatient when they get past the construction zone. They got slowed down, they got delayed a minute, they just drive like... I'll just bite my lip. But I'm at the point now where it's so hard to leave Fuquay, the traffic in and out of Fuquay, that I guess we need all our own stores now, because trying to go to Garner or Raleigh or even Holly Springs or whatever is just crazy. And there's a lot of projects coming up just south of us on 401 and 55 headed to Anger or Lillington or Sanford that, you know, one would think maybe we would just start going to those other cities, but I don't think Sanford has a Target either. Lillington and Anger sure don't. And it's not just Target, it's other, you know, shopping you would expect in a slightly larger city. But pretty soon we won't be able to get south either. So it'd better, whatever you want and need, it had better be right near your house, or you're going to be going through a lot of traffic to get there. I remember days on this road of just some nice countryside. They didn't prevent the right of access to this U.S. highway as good as they should have, in my opinion. Because the driveway, you know, every short duration and just keep on adding them is not doing anything for traffic control. Well, I've got Sam with me now, and what they're starting to do is raise the asphalt level for the through lanes and maybe for the exit lanes over here on the side. And there's lots of lane closures for the turnpike up here on the surface street today versus, you know, just stuff going on down below. So hopefully they'll get it all paved and level and all that good stuff really soon. All right, the second part of that building went out really quick. I wasn't ready for it when we were going past, but all the block is cleared. It's cleared. First on the agenda, Tux. That's right. That's pretty funny. Stripe owns you.
He does.
Sam's got all the cats.
Seriously.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Well, Michelle and I will be headed back tomorrow, but Sam and I are doing our trip through GA. See what we can see. I'm afraid that might have been going home with me, but it's broken, darn it. Or that's good. I'm not, whichever the case may be. The really yummy hibachi never gets old for us.
Seriously. Thank you for watching.
You're welcome. So after Hibachi and Company, we ended up over at Walmart, and they now have Harry Potter gingerbread houses and Minion and Barbie and Friends and Sour Patch Kids and Oreo. I mean, the gingerbread houses, they are multiplying. Wow. The traffic after dropping Sam off at his father's house at home, it just wow. What would normally take 30 minutes is more like 45 minutes. And maybe I ignored where Ruby told me to turn because I was driving, but there's some sort of a serious mess here. So just grand. But I'd do it all over again to share the day with Sam. Don't think otherwise. Just, you know, ready to be home now. Well, I'm on the wrong side of the car, but you get the gist. Looks great from this side too. I'm home at 6:25. I'm wore out. Good day, good day.